Hey, it's Nicole, and for today's nail art look, I have some Tangled themed nails. So I used gel polish as well as some acrylic paint and stamping polish to create this look. And you can see it's mostly purple because that's the main color of the movie, but I also did a navy nail. So I used Gillet's That's So Bright and Madame Glam Glittery Midnight Blue. So I applied the purple nail to all of my nails except my pointer finger where I used the glittery blue shade. And I did 3 coats of color. I just want to make sure you have a nice smooth base layer. Next I'm taking a deep yellow polish to create the sun on my pinky. So I started off with a half moon and then I did these little kind of wiggly teardrop shapes. I did 3 of them. And then I cured before going in and doing little lines between those teardrop shapes. And then once that was cured, I took some light purple gel for my ring finger and I applied a stripe right down the center and then 2 little stripes down the sides of that, as you can see here. This is for Rapunzel's dress. And then I removed the tacky layer from my other 2 nails and I'm taking acrylic paint to create a braid on the middle finger. So I started out with a zigzag and then I connected all of those little points with some loops on the end. And then I went ahead and filled that in with a little bit more watered down acrylic paint. And then once that was all filled, I moved on to my stamping. So I applied liquid latex to my pointer finger and I removed the tacky layer on my ring finger and put latex on that nail as well. And I'm taking BM 420 for the stitching on Rapunzel's dress. And I put the straight line right at the bottom. And then I'm taking BP02 for this lace trim that I applied right at the very top of that nail. Then I'm taking BMXL213 for some stars for the background of the lantern nail. So after all that stamping, I removed the latex and did the cleanup so the edges were smooth and there was no polish on my skin. And then I took some acrylic paint, it's a yellow mixed with some white. So it's a little bit lighter than the other one, and I made 2 main lanterns and then 2 little ones off in the distance. And then after I did that, to give it some time to dry, I outlined the braid in black polish. And I did the zigzags that I used to originally create the braid, which I then covered with some watered down yellow paint, just so it's not as harsh. And by that time the lanterns were dry, so I outlined them, and on the 2 main ones I did a little divot to make it seem more like a 3D cylindrical shape. And by the time I finished that, the braid was dry, so I took some different shades of gel polish to make some little flowers. So I started with the base shape, and then once I cured all of those, I went ahead and did some details on the one little rose and then added centers to all the flowers, as well as taking some green polish to add some little leaves, which that step isn't necessary, but I feel like it kind of brings the whole look together. So once all those little dots were in place, I cured that nail, and then I'm taking gelish Top It Off to apply top coat to all of my nails. And I did 2 coats on my middle finger, my pointer finger, and my ring finger, just because those ones have the more intricate nail art with either acrylic paint or a stamping polish, so I had to make sure it was completely protected. And then I removed the tacky layer, and this is the finished nail art look and how I created it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I think these nails are very cute and definitely capture the essence of Tangled. And thanks for watching. I'll see you later, guys. Bye!